Hello and welcome. Today I'll be taking a look at the lamb markets. Over the past few weeks, beef hogget prices have continued on a gentle upwards trend. The supply of lambs has been tight recently, as the supply of hoggets ease off, and yet the number of newsings are not there to plug that gap. Some of the price rises over recent weeks have been part of a readjustment from the shock impact of COVID-19 back in March. Typically, we've been moving into the time of year when prices begin to slip, but this year has been anything but normal so far. Looking at production, lamb numbers were significantly down in April compared to April 2019. Around half of this decline was expected and allowed for in our forecast back in December. The unprecedented circumstances of COVID-19 is likely to be behind much of the remaining decline. Total production was down a fifth during the month. In the year to April, kill is also back on the year. Kill through May has equally remained low. If we take a look at the other part of our UK supply, our imports. These look to have been steady to marginally down on the year for April, although we'll have more details on that in the middle of June. We look at the other side of our supply and demand balance. Demand has been lower both domestically and for our exports. There's been a lot of turbulence for export demand through both April and May. French demand was varying quickly, depending upon which outlets were open and operating. We only have trade data covering up to the end of March. That data does record a large drop for our exports. Probably because UK supply during March was lower, but some of it will be the lack of French demand showing through. Economic uncertainty across Europe is putting a dampener on demand and will do for quite a while. Taking a look back at Easter, domestic demand was lower than would be expected at Easter, without a doubt because the UK was in lockdown. It's not just lamb which felt the impact. Retail sales of chocolate eggs and other Easter products were also lower than would be expected at Easter. Not only were retail sales below the expectations, but there was in essence no food service market either, removing that demand as well. Since then, while weekly retail sales have been up, the volume has not been enough to offset the lack of food service. That's all we have time for today. Coronavirus and the impact on the market is fast developing. You can get regular updates on our website with all the latest news and trends.